So we have some breaking news. This just in moments ago. We brought this up, but now Senator Bernie Sanders releasing the following statement on the Maine U.S. Senate race. I've spoken with Graham Platner about the best path forward for Maine. In light of these very serious allegations, I have recommended that he step aside. You know, when you look at this, Leslie, I read in Punchbowl this morning, party leaders believe Platner will drop out of the race as soon as today. I do believe this is imminent. You can't stand up against the entirety, pretty much the entirety of your party.
Oh, absolutely. What did I say in the break? I said, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if, you know, Senator Bernie Sanders is on the phone with him right now, and if he does make that call, that he will step down.
You were right.
Thank you. Yeah, I was right. Taking some bets here, right? But now that he has come out, I mean, not that Senator Bernie Sanders alone, you know, makes that decision, but, you know, he has a lot of not just backing, but money that comes with that backing. And since you have that statement from Senator Sanders, you're going to have now more of the progressive faction of the Democratic Party, you know, come out. It's a Pandora's box. It's a domino effect. But again, yesterday when he said, you know, I need to give this some thought, it's like, no. I know some people said the thought is either if you're innocent, you know, fight like hell and go forward. There are some people that said that. No, you have to step down. Even if you are innocent, because you have to look at, what are you doing this for? Are you doing this for you? Are you doing this to the people of Maine who you feel were wronged by the representation of Susan Collins, and you want that to change? And if that's the case, if you even if you are innocent of this, and if you want to fight that separately, you need to step aside for the best interest of the party and the people of your state.
Not to be callous, but it is because the donors fled, and Platner knows it, and that's exactly what has already happened. He's out. He has no money left, Kaylee, and that is what is, I personally, I think, was the nail in the coffin. But we've seen the arrogance from this man.
I will say,
deserve the seat.
You're right that the Democratic Senate campaign arm said, look, we're not going to give money. I would note, after that New York Times story broke, the Platner campaign bragged that they raised $200,000 in 24 hours from 5,000 donors. That was after the New York Times piece. So I wonder what they're saying now.
But who was supporting him in the party, like the heavyweights? Why did he think that he actually had a shot to continue? I mean, at what point do you say, you know what, the gig's up?
To Kaylee's point, going online, and again, you always have to take social media with a grain of salt. I did see a number of far left progressives say, this guy's got to stay in. He's our ideological model. And if those individuals somehow have money, I mean, we've seen a lot of money flowing into the far left from corners that we may not know ultimately the source is from, right? We just don't know. But I think that said, your overall point, if you don't have the party machine behind you at this point, they're going to throw the money behind somebody else, and then you're going to be running against that person and Susan Collins.
I think I know why he's not out yet, though. He has until July 13th to drop out, and then the party can put someone there, name someone, don't have to have a new election. I think he's using his leverage, saying, I will step down if you put someone in who is as progressive as me, and fighting for the type of candidate that would be there.
But the 13th gives, I mean, I'm sorry, that may be his deadline, but for the best interest of the party and the candidate coming up, give that person the time.
No doubt.
I don't think he cares.
Give that person the time. Do it today.
I want to float another theory. It's not the most likely one, but in light of what Leslie said earlier, could there be a negotiation underway to not have charges brought against him if he drops out? Stranger things have done. We have to remember.
Depends on the statute of limitations.
The criminal case could still be open based upon the statute of limitations.
Great point. All right, well, we will follow it. News breaking by the hour on the Graham Platner story that rocked the world yesterday. So we'll keep you updated.
Be sure to like and subscribe for all the Fox News latest on YouTube, and catch full shows streaming now on Fox One.